What is going on, guys? It is Crucible, and today I have another video for you guys on Advanced Warfare. And today's video is going to be a regular commentary because if I tried to do a live commentary over this topic, I'd probably not be able to say everything I wanted to say. So yeah, that's that. This video is like a 59 kill game with the MORS. I think it's with the MORS. I originally had titled it 59 kills with the Atlas, but then after putting it in Sony Vegas and cutting part of it, I realized that skimming through it, it looks like it's all MORS, so I don't really know which gun I used. Maybe I switched in at some point during the gameplay. I don't know. But all I do know is that it is a 59 kill game. It is very long, so I might have to cut some of it out depending on how long I go with this commentary. So I also want to say that I'm sorry that I did not upload yesterday. Yesterday I didn't wake up until about 2 p.m., which that in itself is kind of almost too late to even record a video and have it up that day, with all the rendering time and stuff like that. And also, the only reason why I even woke up at 2 p.m., like why I didn't even sleep longer, was because my friend had woken me up, and because he came to my house, he woke me up because he wanted to go and hang out at the mall for the day. So that's why I didn't have a video up yesterday, but I will continue daily uploads until about New Year's time. Yeah, about New Year's, I guess. And then after that, I'll probably do uploading every other day again. But I will talk about that probably later this week or next week or whenever. Probably next week, yeah, because today's Saturday, so it really doesn't work. So what I want to talk about, the major topic is clip standards. Now, let me just say, everybody has their own opinion on clips. This is my opinion. And yeah, also there's so many different factors in whether or not a clip should be a clip. One factor can change something about another factor. Factors can change each other in this. It's a very, I'm not to get like too nerdy here, but I'm gonna say it's a very complicated algorithm and it's a very complicated formula. So with that being said, I might jump around a lot in this commentary because like I said, if I talk about one thing, it may change if I give a specific example, it may change a specific example for another factor that I had given. So I'm going to try to cover everything. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I'll try to keep it within like 10 minutes. So now in my opinion, everybody or most people do not have the right mentality for Advanced Warfare in terms of clips. Now, I want to give, I want to give a perfect example of who I think has a good mentality of it, is FaZe Blue. Now, he has a lot of the factors that I'm going to talk about today. So, if you haven't ever watched him play, go check out his live stream or something. Just, watch his live streams, because that's, how you actually get a real feel for how he actually plays, which is really, in my opinion, probably the best mindset for people to have in this game. So, now, the factors that I want to talk about are, there's so many things with this game. How many kills did you get? How long does your clip take? How many kills do you get split by? And I know a lot of people aren't going to like that one. But how many kills do you get split by? What game type are you playing? How many shots do you miss? I don't think I said that one yet. And just a whole bunch. There's just a whole bunch of different things. So, let's say, how many kills you get. Now, this also kind of, they all kind of go together. That's why it's so difficult to explain one at a time. So let's say, all right, I think I can start with game types, because that's where it's really going to be easy to break down all these factors together. So domination, I'm going to say, isn't really good, in my opinion, in this game. So I'm not really going to talk about domination much, because I don't really play it, because I don't like how it plays in Advanced Warfare. So we're going to jump into momentum. Now, momentum is, as everybody knows who has ever played momentum, it's a very, 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 very fast-paced game. It's a very fast-paced game type. You know, you have nades flying all over the place. The spawn points are very, very close to each other, and there is one objective point that everybody focuses on. So, as you can tell, it's a very fast-paced game. And you are almost always going to get split unless you are playing in a full party. Me personally, I do not play in a full party. I actually don't even play with anybody else. I always play solo just because I do not like I just don't like having a party. I'd rather play by myself, listen to music, just concentrate on playing and not talking with anybody. It's just how I play. So I always play solo. So, you know, if you play solo, you're always going to get split. If you play in a full party, it's a little bit harder to get split. It's a lot harder to get split because, you know, your teammates will dodge out of the way. They will make sure they don't kill anybody if you're about to hit the clip. Now, that's why. Now, another thing is, it also it takes into account everything. Takes into account game type. So, in momentum, you're almost always going to get split. That's just a fact. So then you have to take into account, did you miss a lot of shots? If you didn't hit it, if you didn't miss any shots, good. That's amazing. How many kills did you get will also influence, in my opinion, how many kills you're able to be split by. And then this also goes into how long does the clip take. If you get a very fast-paced clip that is split by a few kills, but you get, say, 6 kills, I would rather see a 6-man split twice that takes, let's say, 5 seconds, then I'd rather see that over a 5 on screen where they miss like a shot or 2 shots and it takes like 10 to 15 seconds. You know, I'd rather see, you know, just a continuation. You know, I don't really care if it's unsplit or split, as long as the more kills you have, the better. And then it kind of just comes down to, you have to moderate how long it takes and how many kills it's split by. Because in my opinion, I kind of personally determine whether or not it's a clip by like how many kills it gets split by. In that factor, I do like, all right, how much of the kill feed does my name take up? Like, if I get 3 kills and then I get split by, and then somebody else gets a kill, and then I get 2 more kills, and then somebody else gets killed, and then I get 1 more kill. Well, that's, you know, I had 6 kills right there. It's split twice, and my name was in the majority of the kill feed. So, in my opinion, I would use that just because I'm kind of straying away from the kill feed because I don't really care. It was a fast-paced clip. I didn't really miss many shots. You know, I allow myself to maybe miss 1 shot in a clip, and then maybe eventually I will end up, as the game progresses and I get better at the game, I will not allow myself to miss any shots. But yes, just stuff like that. And then another thing you have to take into account is exo movement. Now, I think a lot of people, this is where it becomes pretty big as well. Not only the kill feed, but exo movement. I've seen a lot of people not use exo movement. Now, I will say, granted, in momentum, most capture points, most momentum points are inside, and there are usually objects in the building, such as Biolab, the middle capture point. It's inside. I mean, the ceiling is high enough for you to jump, for you to double jump. However, there's like so many objects in the middle of the map that kind of block your view of basically the entire thing. So, you know, you're not really able to use your exo movement. Yes, you can dash and dodge in and out between objects, which in my personal opinion, that's probably the best way to have a clip in, like, say, Momentum Biolab, where, you know, there's objects in your way all the time, and, you know, it's inside and you can't really jump and look everywhere. So yeah, that's, you know, it's just, there's so many, like I said, there's so many different factors that, you know, you have to take into account one thing, and then, you know, that might change one of your standards for another factor. You know, how many kills you get may change how many kills you're allowed to be split by. How long it takes, you know, if it's a lot faster, you might allow yourself to get split by, you know, 1-2 kills, and if it's a lot longer, you might only be able to split yourself by 1 kill. You know, it just, there's so many different factors that come into it. And then, you know, that's just momentum. Now, getting into free-for-all. Now, personally, I am not very much a free-for-all player. I actually don't really play it much. I actually haven't really played it at all. I really want to, though, just because I feel like momentum doesn't really help you for exosuit movement. However, free-for-all does, because free-for-all, there isn't a set objective point, so you can be pretty much anywhere. Most maps, you can be in the middle, in the open, jumping around, hitting shots, which is where, personally, that's my kind of playstyle. So I think I'd probably do better in free-for-all than I would in momentum. But you know, I just really enjoy momentum because it's so fast-paced. And that's another thing, is free-for-all is not as fast-paced as momentum. So, you know, your clips may take a little longer. Your clips may you may have to dial down on how many kills you're allowed to be split by if you go for split clips. Just because it's such a slow-paced game that, you know, you're not necessarily always going to be split. So it's just kind of, you know, like I said, there's so many different factors. Game types are pretty much a big factor. You know, your exo movement is a pretty big factor too. And in my opinion, I would rather focus on those things, like, am I jumping and hitting shots? Am I missing shots? How long does the clip take? I'd rather take into account all of those factors rather than just the kill feed. In my opinion, kill feed doesn't really matter. I don't really care as much how the kills are placed. You know, if I get split, does it look good? Does it not look good? I don't really care. I just look at the gameplay of the clip and does it look clean and does it look good and does it show skill? Now, a lot of people will say, well, montages aren't always supposed to be skill. Well, kind of. I mean, your luck as a sniper is, are there going to be people that you can shoot? You know, that's your luck. Yeah, are there going to be people there that you can continue to kill? Not, are you going to get split or not? You know, because that's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this game is so much different than every other Call of Duty that we've played, and people just, in my opinion, don't have the right mindset for it right now. Now I do know that, you know, the game's only out for, I think, like a month. It's only been out for a month and a half, something like that. You know, we still have another year, basically. We almost have like another 11 months or something like that of this game being out. But personally, that's my opinion on clips. I do use some split clips. Like I said, it all depends on the other factors. You know, what is going, like, there's so many different things that can change something else. You know, how fast your clip is. Did you miss shots? Do you, you know, what game type you playing? How are you using your exo abilities? Like, there's so many different things that you can do with this game that, you know, I think just the attention needs to be taken away from just the kill feed. And that's pretty much it. I think just way too many people aren't, for one, using exo abilities as much as they should be in their clips, and they're focusing way too much on splits and unsplits, and not the actual game itself. So that's kind of my, I guess, rant on clip standards. It may be confusing, but like I said, it's a very complicated algorithm and formula to figure out in your mind what will counteract what in terms of factors and what accommodates and cooperates with what. Like I said, it's a very difficult algorithm, and just, you know, you just have to trust your gut on it, and that's pretty much it. So if you guys enjoyed this little rant video of mine, then hit the like button, leave a comment giving your personal opinion on what standards are and what you think they are and what they should be, and I will see you guys later.